Hello, once again, everyone, and welcome to another meaningful episode where we talk about psychology, human behavior, and real life experiences. I'm Doc Jed Mendoza, a licensed psychologist and a licensed psychometrician, as well as carrying doctor in educational management, with a topic for today: drives and motivation in relation to setting goals with life challenging world. All right, so are you excited to start knowing about these things? So, to start with, other people might ask, why do I easily lose motivation? Sometimes in Tagalog, there's it's actually a ningas kugon, or good at the start, but the latter part of the motivation getting slow. Why do others succeed faster than me? Another question, why can I stay focused despite stress and problem? What if I don't know my purpose yet? What should I do then? So how could I be able to maintain my drives and motivation? So, to answer to that, in psychology, drives are internal needs or forces that push us to act. In short, it has something to do with physiological, internal. For those students who wish to go to class or have class, if I may say, sometimes other feels lazy. The lazy is actually the physiological makeup of an individual. Probably for the ladies, monthly period. For the guys, they might have an invitation from other friends to attend for an event and the like. Physiological. All right? That's why they feel lazy. So that's the drive. And motivation has something to do with cognitive thinking, motivation. Even if I feel lazy, I need to go on with my class because I need to finish my schooling on time and never have a good or bad grades. All right. So again, psychology drives our internal needs or forces that push us to act, and it may includes the need for achievement, security, love, recognition, probably because of a sibling rivalry, or he wants or she wants to prove something else to himself or herself. At the same time, for survival. Okay. So meanwhile, motivation, on the other hand, is the energy and willingness that keeps us moving towards our goal. So think it this way to make things easier to understand. Drives are engine, human anatomy, while motivation is the fuel. Okay? So without motivation, even talented people may stop trying. But with strong motivation, ordinary people can achieve extraordinary things. Follow? Okay. So there are actually a lot of issues people face nowadays. So what are these issues, especially in today's generation experiences, which may pressure? Number one, social media. Okay. With the social media, there's always comparison. And the demands of the social media sometimes matters, which add on to the issues and trends, especially among young people. Even to people who is in the mid-year crisis. All right? So financial stress is another add-on things that we need to consider, like limited resources and the like. Career uncertainty, I still don't know what do I really want in life. And at the same time, family responsibilities. All right? I need to work on this because I need to. Okay? Mental exhaustion. With a lot of responsibility, especially nowadays with the IT thing that like what I'm doing right now, social media, sometimes add on to that responsibility. I need to post. Other than working on the sides, I still have some consultancies to attend on and the like. So, lastly, is could be the fear of failure. I need to have lots of likers, like and share to monetize. And then other than that is actually to make sure that people like my podcasts, right? Okay, so many feel lost because they compare their timeline to others online. That could also be. So, one common question that may arise: why do I feel unmotivated even I have lots of goal? Sometimes it happens, right? Know I need to finish schooling, but I feel lazy. I know I need to do a lot of things. I need to work, but I'm not driven. Others might ask. So, because motivation is affected by emotional health, environment, support system, and self belief, others or sometimes people are not lazy. They are simply emotionally tired because of a lot of things that divides their attention. So, we need to go into motivation and goal setting, which should strengthen. Goal setting is very much important because it gives us directions in lives. Take note of that. A person without goals may feel confused, while a person with goals gains purpose and focus. Purpose Driven Life by Norman Vincent Peale. That always reminds me to be driven in life. Okay? And that speaks on being realistic, meaning achievable, attainable, and makes a point that meaningful. That gives me an inspiration to keep on going. Probably a reason why I made a book entitled Psychology, Understanding the Self, because we need to know ourselves better so that we will know what's the meaning of life, what is the essence. It speaks on legacy in my end. That's why I'm doing this podcast, by the way. And to align with personal values. I wish to share values to people. I wish to share what God gave me in whatever way I could. So instead of saying, I want to become rich, that's given. I will improve my skill and save consistently within 1 year timeline. Okay? So, specific goals create clear motivation. All right? So, that's very important so that you will be motivated sometimes, but never get too much pressure on that. So, another question that people may ask: how do I stay motivated when life gets hard? Oh, another challenge. I'm new here in the States, so big challenge in me that I need to be visible in line with my profession. Okay? That is because we need to be reminded that being motivated matters for us to be achiever. And always remember why. Why did I need to start? Why did I need to be motivated? Because motivation becomes stronger when connected to a purpose. Again, motivation becomes stronger when connected with a purpose. Because without a purpose will lead you to not be motivated. Okay? Failure is not the opposite of success. Even successful people experience rejection. Sad to say, but that's the truth. Not only rejection, but even delays and disappointment. Let's accept the reality that failure is part of challenges in life for us to be much more bid driven instead taking things negative. Remember, psychology teaches us resilience, ability to recover, and more important than perfection. So, how do I avoid giving up easily? So, to avoid giving up easily, number one, break goals into small achievable steps. Again, break goals into small achievable steps. Next, celebrate small progress. A little reward will do, eating outside or whatever. You can it will please you. Rest when needed. Work-life balance matters. Consistent consistency is more powerful than temporary motivation. So, with that, ladies and gentlemen, mental health and motivation is also very much important because mental health plays a huge role in achieving goals. A stressed mind struggles to stay motivated. That's why self-care is important. So again, as to remind you, once again, proper sleep, healthy relationship with others, with the family, friends, workplace, pray always, and have some meditation with the Lord. Have constant relaxation, exercise, emotional support is very much important. Seeking help when needed. Don't feel that you're a hero that doesn't need help. And with that, as I close my talk for today, always remember that your pace is different from others, and that is okay. Life is not a race because goal setting is not about competing with people. It is all about becoming a better version of yourself. Keeping moving forward, even slowly. Small progress is still progress. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for joining me today. Again, Jed Mendoza here reminding you that motivation begins within, but success grows through persistence, purpose, and positive mindset. Until next time, stay inspired, keep believing in yourself, and never forget to like, share, follow me, subscribe, not only here in my YouTube, but as well as to my Facebook account for more details. Again, Wellness Psychological Services by yours truly, Jet Mendoza. Till next, bye-bye.